Sister Wives Meri Brown admits she still has a very roller coaster relationship with ex-husband Kody. Meri Brown, one of the most recognizable faces from the hit TLC series Sister Wives, has recently opened up about the complex and often painful reality of her continued connection with ex-husband Kody Brown. Even though their marriage officially ended after more than 30 years together, Meri has admitted that her relationship with Kody remains what she calls a very roller coaster experience. Her confession sheds new light on the ongoing dynamics within the Brown family, which has been under intense public scrutiny for more than a decade. For fans who have followed the show closely, Meri's honesty is not surprising, but it is striking. She has long been portrayed as the quiet, loyal first wife, the woman who helped Kody begin his journey into plural marriage. She was there from the very start in 1990, when the couple tied the knot, later welcoming other wives, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, into the family. For years, Meri tried to balance her place within a growing and complicated household. Yet, beneath the surface, viewers could see that her personal struggles and her bond with Kody were far from steady. When Meri describes her relationship as a roller coaster, she is speaking to years of ups and downs. On one hand, there were moments when she and Kody seemed deeply connected, sharing memories, laughter, and a strong family vision. On the other hand, there were also extended periods of distance, miscommunication, and pain. Fans will recall how Meri endured the infamous catfishing scandal in 2015, when she became entangled in an online relationship that turned out to be a betrayal. That incident marked a significant turning point for her marriage, and for many, it seemed to be the beginning of the end of her romantic partnership with Kody. Despite those challenges, Meri didn't immediately walk away. For years afterward, she tried to maintain some sense of unity, telling audiences and herself that family was worth fighting for. However, it became increasingly clear that Kody's affection for her had diminished. He admitted publicly that he no longer felt romantic love for her and wasn't interested in pursuing intimacy. For any wife, hearing such words from a husband would be crushing, but for Meri, who had invested decades of her life into the plural marriage lifestyle, the pain cut especially deep. Now, as she reflects on her current state of being, Meri has emphasized that the end of their marriage doesn't mean the end of her connection with Kody. In fact, she says the two continue to interact, sometimes positively, sometimes with difficulty, which is why she describes it as a ride filled with highs and lows. It's an acknowledgement that relationships, especially ones built over decades, don't simply disappear when papers are signed or public announcements are made. Emotional ties linger, family commitments remain, and unresolved feelings continue to surface. Meri's words also highlight a reality that many divorced or separated couples can relate to, the idea that closure doesn't always come neatly. While Kody may have moved emotionally toward Robin, his last remaining wife, Meri is left navigating how to maintain some sense of stability with a man who is not only her husband, but also the father figure within their shared plural family structure. Their relationship extends beyond the two of them. It involves children, grandchildren, shared history, and the ever-present cameras documenting their lives. For Meri, the roller coaster seems to involve moments when she feels respected and acknowledged, contrasted with moments when she feels sidelined, forgotten, or even disrespected. Fans have often noticed how, in recent seasons, Meri is left out of key family decisions or gatherings. At the same time, she occasionally steps back into the spotlight with surprising candor, reminding viewers that she is still very much part of the Brown story. Another layer to Meri's ongoing connection with Kody lies in her relationship with Robin, the fourth wife and the woman often viewed as Kody's favorite. Tension between the wives has long been documented, with Meri sometimes appearing as though she's on the outside looking in. Yet, despite all of that, Meri continues to remain tied to the family orbit, perhaps out of loyalty, perhaps out of love, or perhaps simply because after so many years, walking away completely feels impossible. Her confession about the roller coaster nature of her relationship reveals a deep truth. Meri has not entirely cut emotional ties with Kody. In fact, she seems to be in the process of redefining what their bond means now that they are no longer husband and wife in the traditional sense. Some fans admire her resilience, noting that she shows incredible strength in continuing to hold her head high, run her businesses, and carve out a life for herself. Others criticize her for not fully moving on, suggesting that remaining attached to Kody in any way prevents her from truly healing. From a broader perspective, Meri's journey is also symbolic of what happens when long-term marriages dissolve. Decades of shared history do not vanish overnight. The push and pull of affection, anger, nostalgia, and even lingering hope can make the process of separation incredibly complicated. And when children and public fame are added into the mix, those emotions become even harder to navigate. For Meri, being honest about her roller coaster emotions is perhaps a step toward healing. By admitting that she still feels caught in the highs and lows of her connection to Kody, she shows that she is self-aware and willing to confront her truth publicly. Fans who have watched her transformation over the years, from the devoted wife trying to please everyone to the woman who now runs her own bed and breakfast and posts boldly on social media, see this honesty as part of her empowerment. It's also worth noting that Meri is not the only wife to use the roller coaster metaphor. Christine Brown, who left Kody before Meri, has often described her own marriage as one filled with struggles that fluctuated between good and bad. Janelle, too, has spoken about the constant waves of conflict and peace in the family. Meri's recent statement simply reaffirms what audiences already suspect. Life with Kody Brown has never been simple, never steady, and certainly never predictable. The roller coaster, in fact, has been one of the defining elements of Sister Wives itself. Viewers have tuned in season after season precisely because the Browns' lives are filled with constant drama, change, and unexpected revelations. Meri's openness about her ongoing connection to Kody ensures that her story remains a central focus as the series continues to evolve. Looking forward, many fans wonder whether Meri will ever completely detach from Kody or if she will always remain tethered in some way. Some predict that, with time, she will embrace a new chapter that leaves Kody in the past, while others believe that the emotional ties are too deep to sever. Regardless of what happens, Meri's candor offers a window into the messy, complicated, and deeply human side of relationships, reminding viewers that love, loss, and loyalty are rarely straightforward. In the end, Meri Brown's admission that she still shares a roller coaster relationship with her ex-husband is both heartbreaking and relatable. It speaks to the universal reality that even after separation, emotions linger. It reflects the truth that history cannot be erased and that healing,